Welcome back to day 2 of setting up a WordPress blog. Today I wanted to focus on some of the settings that you're going to use whenever you first get started in the WordPress dashboard. So here you can see the main screen, and this is where you're kind of going to get all of your announcements, whether it's from a plugin or from your hosting company or if it's from WordPress itself. Down here, you're actually going to see the activity section to let you know what's been going on in your blog since you left. And so this is a good place to check and see if you've got a new comment or to see if there's anything else that's been going on. New comments actually register up here in this box. And so if you see a one by there, then you know you have a comment that you haven't been able to address yet. Over here is the section that lets you know if you have a plugin that needs to be refreshed. And so to refresh that plugin, all you need to do is go over here and go to plugins, find install plugins. And the ones that do need to be updated will be over here and they'll be highlighted. And so you can just simply come over here and click update now and it will refresh it for you. So to get your blog set up, you really want to go over to settings, and you can start over here with general. And so general settings is going to be where you're going to see things like your site title, your tagline, and then you're also going to be able to set your own settings for your time, your date, and also whenever you want your week to start. Depending on whatever your preference is, my week currently starts on Monday, just simply because that's the beginning of a business week and I don't post on Sundays. And so that's a really good marker for me to just kind of refresh and start the week over again, but you could really pick any day that you wanted to. The next thing that you want to change in your settings is over in the reading section. And in the reading section, that's going to be where you're really going to get to start adding some things in for the user experience. So front page displays is going to give you the option about whether or not you want to start your blog with the latest posts that you have available, or if you want to use a static page such as a particular about me page or an offer that you have or something else that you have going on. Down here, whenever you get started, you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is not marked. You don't want this box marked. And what this does is when you mark the box, it actually tells sites like Google or Bing that you don't want them to pay attention to your site. And so this can be helpful whenever you're about to launch your blog and you really don't want eyes on there seeing things not as you eventually want them to be. And so you can mark that box and kind of set it into test mode. But whenever you take that box off, that's going to be when you really start to be able to see traffic coming to your blog. And so over in permalinks, you're going to want to go over and make sure that you set your post titles to post name. The reason why you want to do this versus using a date with your post title is because over time you're going to want to update and refresh certain posts with new information or something new you've learned about a particular topic. And so by setting it at post name, you're starting it right from the beginning. So if you're planning on using a site like Pinterest or something like that, you can pin it, and that current URL, the way that you want it to eventually be set, will actually go over to your Pinterest board. And so when that pin does go viral, that it's being shared correctly and you're not worried about people getting a pin with dead links because you've taken the time and you want to see that traffic come over to your blog from Pinterest. And so setting post names is going to make sure that you're going to see that traffic come back to your blog. So next, I wanted to go over and show you a little bit in the appearance section. Appearance is where you're going to make all of those style changes to your blog. And so you can change your theme over here. And these are all the themes that I currently have loaded into my blog. But if I was going to change the theme and I wanted to use a WordPress one, I would go over here and click Add New. And this is going to show me all of the themes that WordPress currently offers that are free. And all of these are great to start with. And so you just want to really just kind of figure out what is going to mesh best with what you want your blog to look like. And so you can come over here and click Details and Preview. And kind of get a feel for what it will look like whenever it's on your blog. And if you are happy with that particular one, you go over here and click Install. And so Install just simply downloads it to your theme section. And then when you get over here, you're going to go over to Themes. And you can actually see a preview of what your blog would look like with a particular content that you have available. I actually clicked the wrong button, so let me go back to the one that I had. And so to be able to see what that preview is going to look like prior to you launching it, you can actually come over here and click Live Preview. And from this screen, you're going to be able to customize before it actually goes live. And so this is really great for you to really get that fine-tuning style stuff down before you actually launch. And also in the appearance section, you can customize your current live theme. And over here under widgets, this is going to be where you really set your sidebar, and you can move different plugins that you have over to particular areas. And this is really a drag and drop system, and so you can go over to any of these sections, decide which part of your blog you want it to go to, and add the widget. And then once it gets into your sidebar section, you can actually move it up or move it down or actually remove it. It just depends on whatever you want it to do. And so that's really about all that I had for today. I hope this really helps you get a good feel for how you can get the most out of your WordPress blog. I know whenever you get started, it can really seem a little difficult and overwhelming to get all this stuff set up, but I hope that this series has really helped you see all the different things that WordPress can do, and that it's actually a little bit easier than you think.